Hey everyone, so I need to talk about something that has been on my mind a lot lately. I have seen so much out there, especially online, telling us to quit our nineto-fives to chase after these huge instant fortunes. And I get it, the allure is strong. Believe me, I know I used to be that guy, constantly looking for the next big thing. The quick score that would make me rich overnight, and guess what? It just led to me losing a lot of hard-earned money, money that I worked tirelessly for. Just like many of you, I have been there, chasing the hype, falling for the rich, quick schemes, listening to all the noise about how I needed to be my own boss, how a 9 to 5 was a trap. I have tried my hand at short-term trading, thinking I could outsmart the market, only to watch my savings dwindle. I have bought into what felt like guaranteed winners, only to see them crash and burn. I have let my emotions dictate my investment decisions, buying high and selling low. A classic beginner-esque mistake that cost me dearly. I even fell for a few outright scams, promises of astronomical returns that vanished faster than they appeared. It was a painful education, one that taught me some very expensive lessons about risk, patience, and the harsh realities of the market. Looking back, I can see how naive I was, how desperately I wanted to believe that there was an easy way out, a shortcut to financial success, and that is why I feel it is so important to share my perspective on this. I want to talk about how a 9 to 5, that seemingly ordinary path, can actually be a powerful engine for building real sustainable wealth. I know. It sounds almost rebellious in today's social media landscape, where everyone is a self-proclaimed guru telling you to escape the rat race. But I am here to tell you that it is absolutely okay, and often very smart, to build your financial foundation while working a consistent job. I mean, let us be real here. We are constantly bombarded with content telling us to start a dropshipping business, launch an e-commerce store, become a TikTok sensation, or sell courses. And for some people, yes, it works. I have friends who have done really well with side hustles, opening Airbnbs, even getting into vending machines, but we also have to acknowledge that for the vast majority of people, those paths are incredibly difficult and unpredictable. The internet creates this illusion that everyone is striking it rich with these ventures, but the reality is far different. Many of these stories are the exceptions, not the rule. And what about the stability, the consistent income, the benefits that often come with a 9 to 5, things like health insurance, retirement plans with employer matching, paid time off? These are not small things, especially when you are trying to build a secure financial future. I know from my own experience that a steady paycheck allowed me to start rebuilding after my earlier investment failures. It gave me the foundation to actually save and then invest responsibly. Instead of constantly chasing the next quick buck to make up for losses, it allowed me to breathe, to learn, and to plan without the intense pressure of knowing my next meal depended on a volatile market or a new business venture. My biggest issue with this whole anti-nineto-five narrative is that it makes people feel bad, even ashamed, for choosing a stable career path. If you are working a 9 to 5 right now, providing for yourself or your family, and you are building a life, please do not let anyone make you feel like you are doing something wrong. You are not. You are doing exactly what countless successful people have done throughout history. We cannot all be overnight millionaires from content creation or drop shipping. Statistically, it is just not possible, and there is nothing wrong with that. I want to shift the conversation from quit your job to make your job work for you. A 9 to 5 does not have to be a dead end. It can be a launch pad, a powerful tool in your wealth building arsenal if you approach it strategically. Think about it like this. Your job provides a consistent, predictable income stream. That is gold when it comes to financial planning. You can budget effectively, you can plan for future investments, and you can take advantage of employer-sponsored benefits. For example, my current job offers a 401k match. That is literally free money, a guaranteed return on my investment just for participating. Why would I ever turn that down? It is a brainer. Health insurance is another huge one. Knowing I have that coverage provides immense peace of mind, freeing up mental energy that I can then dedicate to learning about smart investing. So, how do you make your 9 to 5 work for you? First, look for a job with a clear promotional path. I am a driven person and I want to grow. My current company is fantastic in this regard. Everyone in leadership, from assistant vice presidents to the CEO, started at the bottom and worked their way up. That tells me there is opportunity and that my hard work can lead to advancement and increased income. Second, find something you genuinely do not hate. I am not saying you have to love every minute of every day, but it helps if you find some enjoyment in what you do. I work in data analytics, I love numbers, I love money, I love solving problems with data. I get to provide insights that help our team make better decisions, and I genuinely enjoy that process. When you do not dread going to work, it is so much easier to stay motivated and perform well, which in turn leads to more opportunities for growth and higher earnings. Third, seek out a good work-life balance. This is crucial for overall well-being and long-term sustainability. If your job means you never see your family or you are constantly stressed and burnt out, then it might be time to look elsewhere. My company understands understands the importance of life outside of work. They are flexible when I need to take time for family, and that makes a huge difference. A job that supports your life, not just consumes it, is a massive win. And finally, work for a stable company, one that has proven its resilience. My company has been around for decades, through economic downturns, through global crises, and they have always performed well. That gives me a sense of security knowing that my job is likely safe, allowing me to focus on my financial goals without constant worry. The truth is, I am playing the long game. My channel is called Slow Stack Society for a reason. Do I want to retire early? Of course. Do I want more flexibility? Absolutely. Do I want to wake up a millionaire from a viral TikTok video? Who wouldn't? But I have set realistic expectations for myself. I am not in a rush to blow up my financial foundation just to chase a pipe dream building. Wealth is a marathon, not a sprint right now. I am focused on excelling in my role, learning valuable skills, and consistently saving and investing outside of work. My nineto-five is my engine for building that foundation of wealth. If I had started my own business, which honestly I have never really been interested in, I probably would not have had any money to invest or save for years. All my capital would have gone back into the business. And even if it took off, it likely would have meant working 12 to 14-hour days, essentially creating a new, more demanding form of the rat race. I once worked at a coffee shop where the owner, a great guy, wanted to escape the nineto-five system. He worked 20 whole days to keep his shop running, and he was making maybe $50,000 a year. While I admired his dedication, it showed me that being your own boss does not automatically mean freedom or wealth. It often means immense sacrifice and even more hours than a traditional job. So if you are working a nineto-five and it funds your peace, it supports your growth, it provides for your family, and it helps you achieve your long-term goals, then you are doing it right. You should feel incredibly happy and proud of that. Do not let the online noise make you doubt your path. I know it is hard to resist that feeling of needing to rush, especially when you see 22-year-olds flashing Lamborghinis online. Believe me, I am 27 now, and sometimes I feel that pang of, am I behind? But I remind myself that I am moving at my own pace, building with intention, and that is what truly matters. There is no one right way to win in this game of life and money. Whether you are in a corporate job, a nineto-five, freelancing, or still figuring things out, remember that consistency and intention are your greatest allies. It is a long, slow process, but it will pay off in the end for all of us who stick with it. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you are a nineto-five person, if you like your job, and if you agree or disagree with what I have said. I know it is a hot topic, but I believe there is real value in building a solid foundation through consistent work, good benefits, and a supportive environment. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. I have been thinking a lot about the culture that surrounds us these days, especially when it comes to work and money. It feels like there is this constant pressure, this grind set mentality that tells us we are not doing enough unless we are hustling 24/7, building an empire, and escaping the so-called wage slavery of a regular job. And honestly, it is exhausting. It is unrealistic for most people, and it often leads to burnout and disappointment. I have fallen into that trap myself in my younger days, chasing every shiny object, convinced that I needed to be grimy to succeed. But what I have learned through my own financial missteps and subsequent recovery is that sustainable wealth is built on solid ground, not on shaky speculative ventures. It is about consistency, smart choices, and leveraging the resources you have, and for many of us, a good nineto-five job is one of the most powerful resources we possess. Let us dig a little deeper into why a nineto-five can be such a strong foundation. Beyond the steady paycheck and benefits, which are undeniably valuable, there is the aspect of structure and routine. For someone like me, who used to be impulsive with my money and chasing every hot tip, that structure was a lifesaver. Knowing when I clock in and clock out, having clear expectations, and a defined work week allows me to plan my finances much more effectively. I know exactly how much income I have coming in, which makes budgeting and saving far less stressful. This predictability empowers me to allocate funds consistently to my investment accounts without having to wonder if I will have enough next month. It frees up mental bandwidth that I used to spend worrying about inconsistent income, allowing me to focus on learning about wise investments and long-term financial strategies. This might sound boring to some, but for someone who has experienced the chaos of financial instability, predictability is a superpower. Moreover, a well-chosen nineto-five can offer opportunities for continuous learning and skill development. In my data analytics role, I am constantly challenged to learn new tools, refine my analytical skills, and apply them to real-world business problems. These are transferable skills that not only make me better at my current job, but also increase my value in the broader job market. This professional growth is a form of investing in myself, which in turn leads to higher earning potential down the line. It is a win-win situation. I am getting paid to learn and grow, all while building a secure financial future. This is a far cry from the narrative of the stagnant, soul-crushing nineto-five that social media often paints. A good job in a supportive company can be a place of intellectual stimulation and personal development, not just a place to earn a paycheck. And then there is the community aspect. While I am an independent individual, I also appreciate the camaraderie and collaboration that comes with being part of a team. In my previous, more chaotic financial ventures, I often felt isolated and solely responsible for my successes and failures. In a corporate setting, there is a sense of shared purpose and mutual support. We celebrate successes together and navigate challenges as a unit. This is not just about emotional well-being, though. That is important. It also provides a network of peers and mentors who can offer guidance, insights, and opportunities that might not be available if I were always working alone. Building relationships within a professional environment can open doors to new roles, projects, and even external ventures that align with my long-term goals. I also want to touch on the idea of contentment and perspective. For a long time, I was caught in the trap of always wanting more, always comparing my financial situation to others, especially those I saw online who seemed to have it all. This constant comparison led to dissatisfaction and impulsive decisions, but now, after experiencing significant financial setbacks, I have a different perspective. I have learned to appreciate the stability, the peace of mind, and the opportunities that my 9to-5 provides. It is not about becoming a billionaire overnight. It is about building a secure, comfortable life with the financial freedom to pursue my passions and support my loved ones. My 9to-5, combined with my diligent saving and investing, is helping me achieve that. It is giving me the freedom to say no to high-risk schemes, to focus on long-term growth, and to enjoy the present without constant financial anxiety. So, for anyone out there who feels like they are somehow failing because they work a 9to-5, please know that you are not alone and you are absolutely on a valid and often superior path to building wealth. Do not let the loud voices online convince you that your efforts are somehow less valuable or less impactful. Your steady work, your consistent savings, and your intentional investing are powerful forces. Focus on finding a job that aligns with your values, that offers growth, and that respects your life outside of work. Then leverage that consistent income and those valuable benefits to systematically build your financial future. It might not be as flashy as some of the stories you see on social media, but it is real, it is sustainable, and it is a path that countless people have followed to achieve true financial freedom. The most important thing is to move with intention at your own pace and to build a life that truly serves you. Rather than chasing external validations or unrealistic dreams, we are all on our own unique financial journeys, and finding what works best for you is the ultimate victory. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day.